The drone exploded like a techno piñata over my azaleas, propellers spiraling into Mrs. Delgado's begonias, while the HOA's vice treasurer shrieked that I had fired upon community equipment. I still had the garden hose in my hands, jet nozzle set to remove barnacles mode, and the shattered quadcopter lay twitching beside a toppled gnome like some kind of dying robotic insect. Water dripped from the nozzle. Across the street, Beverly Clean, HOA president and clipboard cosplayer extraordinaire, was already speed dialing on her phone, her voice shrill enough to crack windows as she spoke to someone who sounded very litigious. The hose hissed softly in my grip. My name is Nolan Pierce. I'm a software engineer and a backyard hammock enthusiast. I moved to Maple Quarries for the quiet streets and the specific joy of not talking to another human before coffee. That peaceful existence ended 6 months ago when Beverly, wearing her helmet hair like a crown and a ridiculous HOA sash, informed me my privacy hedge violated community sightline aesthetics. I'm tidy, but none of that mattered to Beverly. I became Exhibit A in her crusade. She started showing up with measuring tape, photographing my mailbox, and asking if my patio umbrella exceeded the maximum allowable diameter. The drone started innocently, or so she claimed, as a lost hobby aircraft, but soon became a regular thing. Sunrise buzzbites, low sweeps over upstairs windows, and night flights. That's when Beverly started her documentation campaign. She slipped violation notices under my doormat, each one accompanied by aerial photographs taken by the drone. There were framed shots of my recycling bin out 3 minutes too early, my dog Max on an unapproved outdoor cushion, and a photo of me, shirtless and unaware, flipping burgers. She called it documentation, I called it surveillance, plain and simple. When I complained at an HOA meeting, Beverly stood up with her color-coded binder and recited an obscure bylaw about aerial inspection of covenant compliance, explaining condescendingly that the HOA had every right to monitor using modern technology. Then came the sticky Tuesday. I was on a stepladder in my bedroom, changing a chirping smoke detector battery. The window was open. The drone slipped beneath my pergola and hovered at eye level, no more than 6 feet away. Its camera lens stared at me like a judgmental mechanical eyeball. The red recording light was blinking. That was my line. I climbed down, grabbed my garden hose, and opened the nozzle to full hurricane mode. The water pressure in Maple Quarries is no joke. I aimed carefully and punched a clean column of water directly into the drone's undercarriage. The quadcopter bucked, sputtered dramatically, and clattered down into my peonies. That feeling lasted exactly 30 minutes. That's how long it took for a process server to arrive, handing me a thick stack of legal papers. The HOA was suing me for destruction of property and a pattern of hostility toward aerial stewardship. I called my attorney, Sarah Chun. Here's the thing, I'm the kind of nerd who reads router logs for fun. 6 months ago, I installed a comprehensive security system, including geofencing technology. Every time the drone crossed into my airspace, my system automatically logged the exact GPS coordinates, altitude, and timestamp, and triggered my cameras. But the best part? Beverly's lost hobby aircraft was broadcasting an unsecured Wi-Fi network with an SSID that read clean_HOA_drone. Because operational security was apparently not in her binder. My home network captured its MAC address, which matched the registration sticker Beverly had proudly posted on her HOA equipment inventory Instagram account. Sarah filed a counterclaim that was twice as thick. We hit them with invasion of privacy, criminal trespass via unmanned aircraft, and illegal recording of my home's interior. We subpoenaed the flight logs tied to Beverly's personal email and credit card. What started as their open and shut case against me looked a lot more like Beverly's confession to multiple felonies. Court day arrived. The gallery was packed with neighbors. Beverly showed up carrying a trifold presentation board titled Community Vision from 400 feet. Judge Patricia Wong's eyebrows nearly reached her hairline. My attorney cued a video compilation, the drone lingering outside my bedroom window, and then in slow motion, the moment the water hit and the drone went down like a kamikaze piñata. The courtroom rippled with suppressed laughter. Sarah then displayed my geofence heat map on the big screen, bright red orbital paths over yards, bedrooms, and even the community pools changing cabanas. The drone manufacturer's cloud log sealed Beverly's fate, confirming dozens of flights launched directly from her back deck, tagged with her phone's unique identifier. Judge Wong dismissed the HOA's case with prejudice and issued an emergency injunction banning all HOA drone operations. Then, she announced she was referring the matter to the county prosecutor for criminal review of unlawful surveillance. Beverly's face turned the color of old chalk. The county prosecutor offered Beverly a deal: 1 year of probation, a $7,500 fine, mandatory privacy law training, and the piece de resistance, 200 hours of community service at the public library. Her specific assignment was digitizing Know Your Privacy pamphlets while wearing a name badge that read Aerial Awareness Volunteer, in large cheerful letters. The HOA's insurance dropped their coverage citing unauthorized aviation activities. Dues spiked 40% to cover the legal shortfall. At the emergency meeting, The vote to remove Beverly was 37-2. She stood frozen in the hallway afterward, pale and shaking, her ridiculous trifold board clutched under her arm as neighbors who used to wave now filed past without making eye contact.